just 3 minutes into the Jazz's eventual win over the Rockets. The ejection came just a day after Gobert was fined for criticizing officials earlier this week, and just a few seconds after he smacked a bunch of stuff off the scorer's table. True or false? Rudy Gobert deserved to be ejected.
Okay. True.
For the incident that he got ejected for, which was
smacking stuff
and
off the
talking
scorer's
to the
table.
referee, and really yelling at the referee, demonstratively.
Okay,
Giving it to them.
Okay, I'll agree with that. But yeah, to getting to that point when he got called for a foul on the opening tip was bogus. I can't remember ever seeing this. I really, truly can't. How is this a foul? That happens every NBA jump ball to start a game. There's contact. There's guys jostling. And if anything, they go, all right, well, let's just jump it again. You know, cut it out. You guys are grabbing onto each other. Let's do it again. But he only got that foul, I truly believe, because the officials were wanting to send a bit more of a message to him, who had just complained, got the $15,000 fine for complaining about that game against the Heat on the weekend. And we talked about it here on the show with Gobert saying, you know, call it fair both ways. He called them out. And it cost him some money in his wallet. But they continued, like, they were targeting him here. And then the second one wasn't a great call either. It was hard and flopping and being smart about it probably, that maybe the refs were seeking out another call on Rudy. So he did his Harden thing. There's some contact, sure. And then that's why he's so upset.
That one happens all the time.
But that first one's insane.
The referee clearly came in with an agenda. No question for that first one.
Watch out. Roz Gold on Wood is just trying to do her job.
But
that is very unprofessional, I think, that first foul call, and it's petty. Because you don't call that unless you are looking to call it, and as soon as you see any contact, you call it. And the NBA officials need to come out and actually say something about this, because this is going to cause even more tension between players and officials if the officials are coming in and making ridiculous calls like that. Look, overall, the refs do a fantastic job. And the flop one, okay, that happens, bad call, whatever. But this first one, this one was someone coming in saying, I'm giving this guy a foul to send him a message. And that's wrong.
Yeah, I agree. And look, the referee was Courtney Kirkland. He, a year ago, remember, was the referee that got into it with Sean Stevenson. Livingston, excuse me. And he was suspended by the league for, you know, sort of going head-to-head with Livingston. Livingston got a game. And Kirkland was, you know, told to take basically a week off without pay. I don't think that will happen in this case, but they should look into it.
Of course they should.
If he is really targeting Rudy Gobert here, should they not?
Well, it's very different in terms of what physically happened, though. How do you look into that? How do you determine?
I get it. But do you think he targeted him?
Yeah, I think the referees.
And do you think that's fair?
Made it no, it's not fair. It's not fair whatsoever. The fine was actually kind of light. I thought that he got $15K for that in the first place. But it's different than a headbutt, which I agreed with at the time. The suspension at the time sure made sense. Just to point out that talcum powder swipe. Hey, sorry, Trey, I'm taking the camera back for you for a second. The swipe of the talcum powder is so rare to see in the NBA. Somebody act out that way. I think it's been sort of outlawed from the game. Just those acts of just.
Aggression?
Yes. Well, yeah, sure. Yes. A guy throwing a monitor out to just those type of acts.
Look,
it's a good thing in the NBA that we do not see that type of thing whatsoever. It was so jarring to me to see that on an NBA floor.
Especially after he just gave like a casual low high five to Derek Favors as he was checking out. Then he squatted and boom and knocked it all off. You're right. You don't see it often, and it was strange. I'm glad you pointed out, though, it wasn't just the hitting of the stuff onto the court or to the side of the court there. He was saying some things to the officials, and he was rightfully mad. You pair those together, and then it's not really a shock that he got
so the referee baits him, calls a bad foul on him, calls a second foul on him. The player has something to say, and then he gets ejected. That's the referee creating a bad situation.
I agree. All right, Trey, final one.
You can take my camera, but never smack my powder, please. Even without Rudy Gobert, the Jazz handled the Rockets pretty easily last night. They won by 27 while resting their starters for the entirety of the fourth quarter. The loss was Houston's 13th on the season. That's just 4 fewer than they had all last year. As Eric Gordon said, this sucks. True or false? The Rockets are a lost cause.
Now, lost cause is a very strong term. No, they are not. They're 1.5 games back of the postseason, but they look like an entirely different team this year. It looks very bleak, and the biggest thing to me is how much they've slowed down. I know we talk about them slowing the thing down and playing isolation basketball, but last year they were middle of the pack in terms of the pace, 14th. Now they're 29th. They're dead last. They literally stop. The Grizzlies are the only team that's slower than them. They literally stop every single possession. So, you know, I sound a little like Charles Barkley right now, but get the pace going. I think they're just not in a rhythm. They have nothing going offensively because they are on a dead stop every time they start their offense.
Is a part of this possibly Chris Paul starting to show his age here a little bit? He has had a very, very bad year. And I thought maybe he had saved the Rockets season early. Remember that Nets game?
Yeah.
Where they apparently sort of had like a meeting together while the game was going on. And he had a big, big second half to get them that win, a much needed win at the time. And I thought maybe that will get him going. But not really. I mean, he's showing his age as a point guard that has a lot of miles on him.
The stats support the eye test out there as well.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have that explosiveness right now. And he's a guy who's had a lot of leg and knee injuries throughout his career, and they may be starting to catch up with him a little bit. He can still kind of get to his spots, but he doesn't have that sort of decisiveness that he used to have where he could just go any time.
Are they a lost cause, though?
No, they'll be fine. There's still plenty of time. It's still early enough in the season to get things back on track. But they need some help, and they need to...
I was going to say, does a trade have to happen here? Does someone have to come in here to shake things up?
Come save them, Brandon Knight. Brandon Knight's coming back. I know, no. And that's unlikely to happen.
Okay.
You know, it would be nice. It'd be a nice NBA story.
All right. When we come back, we're going to award the dishonor for worst of the week.
But sometimes guys make mistakes. It's time for worst of the week.
Ladies and gentlemen, the worst of the week.
Second runner-up, Hassan Whiteside. It started off well Tuesday versus the Magic. He hit his first 6 shots, but unfortunately in the fourth quarter, Hassan Whiteside sat. It's becoming pretty commonplace for him not to play in the fourth quarter, 5 of the last 6 games, and he didn't stick around to see the end of it. 40 seconds left. He had had enough. I'm done. Just walked off, and the excuse he gave afterward was he wanted to go to the bathroom because he had stomach troubles.
That's perfectly understandable.
I was going to say, the only thing worse than a worst of the week nominee is pooping your pants. So, smart move.
Yeah,
Take the
you're
loss from
enough here either
Tass.
way.
Yeah, don't take the loss in the pants.
Way to go, Hassan.
Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, exactly. Hassan Brownside, I also
Well
say.
done. Really well done, everybody.
I don't buy it at all. Yeah, he's
No.
just angry. He's just angry.
He was moving a little too slow to be having stomach problems. IMO.
Well, some people say you got to move slow if you're having stomach problems.
Yeah.
That slow?
Well,
You don't want to jostle anything, Tass.
you're right. He's not
40
playing in the
seconds left.
fourth quarter.
Look how slow he's
upset.
moving.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it doesn't get any slower than that. Wipe side, that was great. All right, first runner-up, the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors,
What?
you say they're playing well.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
They give this man a permanent locker
An ambassador.
in the locker room. Yes.
Global ambassador.
He's the global ambassador. That is literally his locker in the middle of the locker room. It says the boy. That's his locker room permanently.
Okay.
I listened to Inside the Green Room with Danny Green, his podcast today, to get the story. Kyle Lowry pushed for Drake to get his own locker. Now, he had already had stuff in the locker room previously. He was kind of already around.
Oh, okay.
So they decided to give him one. That's literally in the middle of the locker.
Isn't it DeMar's old locker?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes,
I believe it is.
Yes, it's right beside Kyle Lowry
Okay.
because they were buds. But at this point, Drake doesn't show up to a lot of games. He's no, that's a fact.
You're right.
No, you're right.
That's
He
a
doesn't
fact.
make a place to keep stuff. Just bring your jacket with.
This is one step closer to Drake actually
Playing for the
getting on the
Raptors.
At least being in the warm-ups like Kentucky. Right? And Danny Green was upset that it wasn't swaggerific enough, that it's Theboy. He wanted a da boy
Oh,
Right.
in there.
well, we can make that happen. I mean,
I don't
Get him a
know.
new name
change
plate.
the placard. It's not that hard.
All right, but the actual worst of the week are the Phoenix Suns, because they literally have been the worst at basketball. This
Horrible.
Tuesday, they were down 36-9 after one quarter against the Kings. That's 27 points. All right, a bad night. Are they going to follow it up with a good one? No. Thursday, they were down 34-9 after the end of the first quarter, 70-18 total, 2 9-point quarters. That's the first time that's happened in back-to-back games in the shot clock era. And after that loss Tuesday, I didn't like the vibe of number 1 pick DeAndre Ayton when he was asked if the team could have came back.
You're down by that much, especially that early. There's no way of getting back into the game.
This is the NBA. You can come back, number 1. Number 2, you got to keep it positive. You got to spin it.
Keep it
You
positive.
could say, we can do this. And unfortunately, the DeAndre Ayton has taken a backseat on his own team as number 1 pick. He went to the bench on Thursday, and a lot of it is because of his defense. So a very bad start for a team that we expected to be very bad.
Yeah.
It,
It's even
Not
worse.
this
Not
bad.
this bad.
Not this bad. It's hard to be disappointed in a team you expected to be 15th in the West, but somehow we are.
There you go. All right. When we come back, we're going to count down the top 10 plays from the past 7 days in the NBA. Don't go anywhere. Down the top 10 plays from the past 7 days. Let's start at number 10. That makes sense. It's DeAndre Jordan. inside on Leonard. Big dunk. That's an and one from DJ there. Put him right in the basket.
That's nice. Big dunk. Calm reaction.
Yeah.
Watch at number 9, Giannis Antetokounmpo, a little bully ball to a man who loves bully ball, Blake Griffin. Pushes him out of the way and throws it down on him.
Gives him a little flex there too.
Yeah, that's Mario Hezonja's fault. Sorry, Blake.
Yeah.
Right, you angered Giannis.
Goodness. At number 8, we've got Monk going off the glass to Bridges, who's trailing.
Nice.
Kicks the feet up a little bit. Yeah, cocks it behind his head a little bit.
Seeing the dunk contest.
Yeah, I think we can almost lock that in at this point. Barring injury, he's got to be in this thing in Charlotte.
You would hope so.
He's had some great dunks this year.
Watch this 6'10" man, Anthony Davis. The crossover.
Oh! And then the dunk.
And then the throwdown. Losing Frank Kaminsky.
See ya, Frank.
It's our 3rd and 1 here already in the top 10 plays. I see a theme. At number 6, we got a bunch of incredible fast break dimes. Marcus Smart on his back throws it ahead, and the Celtics finish it off in style.
I've seen that this week somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's right. Lee had it as a very solid play, even though it's very, very sexy and in the top 10.
It's solid.
Dunk, Lee.
Yeah, dunks are allowed at times.
Okay, we're still going with the fast break
bounce
plays
pass.
here. Markieff Morris over his head to Bradley Beal. Nice bounce pass. Whoa, just gets it home. Yeah, one more. We're not done. Throw ahead to Lonzo. Whoop! Mid-air. Dimes it up for McGee. A little showtime here from the Lakers. Some great passes this week.
At number 5, Andrew Wiggins. He's come alive. The throwdown.
Yeah. Yep, I'm still on Wiggins Island, guys. There's not many people.
How's the weather?
It's cloudy,
okay
actually.
lately.
Yeah, the sun came out the other day.
Yeah.
It was really nice. And number 4, a little defense from the Wolves. Sir Robert Covington, yes. Give me that.
Best
Ties
jump
up.
ball of the season, that one, maybe?
That is a beautiful block. That's clean. Yeah, go get it. This guy is going to be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Sure.
Steal and a block on that play, it looks like.
Huge play.
Nikola Jokic, speaking of huge, this man is huge. Look at that find.
Oh, where did we see this play?
Very solid play.
Yeah, that's
gotta
right.
be
Also, it's
kidding
very,
me.
very sexy, too.
You're stealing my bit now.
It's like, what's the point of very solid play if they're all very sexy? That's what I'm asking.
It's a good fundamental play that leads to a wide open shot. That's a very solid play.
At number 2, Trae Young throws it up to John Collins. Where did we see this man earlier this week?
Yes, on the show, on this desk.
John Collins, a great
Got
guess.
the good starters bump. He had a great week.
It's a nice pass from Trae, nice finish from John.
At number 1, it's Bam Adebayo. Oh my goodness. The two-handed block.
Oh, we're not done here.
We're going the other way.
Kelly for 3, what a play.
Where's
Nope.
Bam Bam?
Woo! Wow.
That's a double ender, Lee. Very solid.
Did he get the 2 block?
No, I think it's just the one hand, but then he cleans it up.
Nice finish.
Bam Bam. In at number 1 on the top 10 plays of the week. Best top 10 in sports, some say. At least a lot of very solid plays.